Some machines do more than move people, they reset expectations. Every few years, a car arrives that makes enthusiasts question what performance, comfort, and value should look like in a single package. It is not just about power or speed, it is about intent, precision, and the quiet confidence that comes from mastering engineering where others only experiment. Today, we are looking at one of those rare cases. It is fast without arrogance, efficient without compromise, and clever without gimmicks. It blurs the lines between daily commuter and track-ready thrill machine, changing how we define attainable performance for the modern driver. Whether you love electric innovation or simply appreciate great driving, this story reveals why some machines feel like the future arrived early. Stick around, like and subscribe, and tell us in the comments what model or era you want us to explore next. The 2024 Tesla Model 3 Performance represents a turning point for electric performance cars. It shows how refinement and raw speed can coexist within a platform once labeled practical rather than passionate. When the first Model 3 appeared, it was meant to bring electric mobility to the masses. The performance version of 2024 now challenges the definition of a supercar at a price under $60,000. From the moment you approach it, there is a feeling of purpose. The front fascia has been reworked for better airflow, the headlights slimmer and sharper, the suspension tuned to a precision that makes every curve feel intentional. Tesla has reduced unnecessary weight and improved body stiffness. The result is a car that responds to the smallest steering input with immediacy. Yet it remains a sedan that can carry groceries and quietly navigate city streets without drama. That duality is what makes it remarkable. It is both the calm and the storm. Inside the 2024 Tesla Model 3 Performance, simplicity rules, every surface serves a purpose. The cabin is quiet, the sound insulation improved over previous versions, and the seats redesigned for lateral support under heavy cornering. The touchscreen interface now delivers real-time performance metrics while controlling nearly every aspect of the driving experience. Tesla engineers understood that performance is not just about horsepower, it is about control, feedback, and consistency. That philosophy is evident in the car's new adaptive dampers, capable of adjusting hundreds of times per second to maintain stability. In hard acceleration, the vehicle feels planted. Under braking, it remains balanced, with regenerative systems feeding energy back into the battery almost imperceptibly. At the heart of the 2024 Tesla Model 3 Performance lies its dual-motor setup, recalibrated for both peak output and sustained power delivery. Tesla claims around 500 horsepower, but it is the torque delivery that defines the experience. There is no delay, no shift, no build-up, the response is instant. The new inverter technology allows better current management, meaning less heat and more consistent performance across repeated runs. This level of thermal management is crucial. Previous generations saw power taper after sustained track use, but the new system handles heat more intelligently, extending performance windows without throttling. Tesla calls this approach holistic energy control, merging mechanical and digital precision. The result is staggering. The 2024 Tesla Model 3 Performance can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 3 seconds, matching cars that cost twice as much. But raw speed is only part of the story. The new steering calibration reduces artificial weight and gives a more natural connection to the road. Combined with Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires and a retuned suspension geometry, it grips corners with assurance, translating electronic decisions into physical confidence. Even the brake-by-wire system has been refined for better modulation. It no longer feels synthetic or abrupt, but progressive and reassuring. This constant balancing of sensation and software defines Tesla's new approach to performance. When exploring the limits of the 2024 Tesla Model 3 Performance, the importance of Track Mode V3 becomes apparent. It is not simply a switch that unleashes power, it is a dynamic recalibration of the car's personality. In this mode, the traction and stability systems collaborate rather than fight the driver. The torque vectoring allows subtle power redistribution between the front and rear motors, helping rotate the car through corners with precision that feels almost telepathic. Drivers can adjust brake bias, cooling intensity, and even steering response from the central screen. Each adjustment is stored digitally, allowing for personalized setups reminiscent of professional racing teams. What used to require mechanical modification is now a matter of code and interface. Such integration of technology raises an interesting shift in what performance driving means. The 2024 Tesla Model 3 Performance turns the driver into both pilot and programmer. Traditionalists may argue that software cannot replace mechanical intuition, but in this car, code enhances rather than replaces skill. The more a driver learns its settings, the more capable and rewarding it becomes. This symbiosis between human and machine feels futuristic yet familiar, echoing the precision of a track-tuned sports car while maintaining the comfort of a luxury sedan. The calibration extends to regenerative braking, tire temperature management, and even cabin cooling, all of which work silently to sustain performance without interruption. Underneath the minimal design, Tesla's engineers have focused heavily on aerodynamics. The 2024 Tesla Model 3 Performance achieves a drag coefficient around 0.21, one of the lowest among performance sedans. The reshaped front bumper reduces lift while channeling air toward the brakes and battery for better cooling. The underbody panels are smoother, contributing to stability at high speeds. Even the wheels are newly designed. Their shape enhances airflow, reducing turbulence while maintaining structural rigidity. Every subtle contour is functional, demonstrating Tesla's philosophy that efficiency and aesthetics can share the same purpose. Energy density in the latest battery pack has improved, meaning the car can sustain higher power output without range anxiety. On paper, the 2024 Tesla Model 3 Performance offers an estimated range around 296 miles, but real-world figures depend on driving habits. What matters more is consistency. Repeated acceleration runs or track sessions no longer result in sudden range drops. Tesla's improved cooling circuits and energy management software keep performance predictable. This allows drivers to enjoy spirited driving without the usual compromises associated with high-output EVs. It signals a maturity in design, where fun and function finally align. Despite its impressive specifications, the 2024 Tesla Model 3 Performance remains approachable. Unlike exotic cars that intimidate their owners, it invites daily use. The cabin space, trunk capacity, and charging network make it practical in a way few performance cars can match. The minimalist interior encourages focus. There are no distractions, no cluttered clusters of buttons, only the essentials. When driven calmly, it is as quiet and composed as a luxury sedan. When provoked, it responds with instantaneous force. This adaptability makes it not just a car for enthusiasts but for anyone who appreciates technology executed with purpose. The most intriguing aspect is how the 2024 Tesla Model 3 Performance redefines what enthusiasts expect from electric mobility. It is no longer about range anxiety or charging inconvenience. It is about balance, response, and excitement. The acceleration becomes addictive not because of spectacle but because of precision. The car never feels unpredictable. Every surge of torque, every curve of the road is translated into feedback that feels deliberate. Tesla has succeeded in creating something more than an appliance. It has built a performance ecosystem disguised as a sedan. And that shift, from transportation to transformation, sets the stage for the deeper story of how this machine came to be and what it represents for the future of driving. The story of the 2024 Tesla Model 3 Performance begins long before its first test drive. It starts with Tesla's mission to prove that electric cars can outpace tradition not just in efficiency but in emotion. Earlier versions of the Model 3 Performance showed potential. They were quick, capable, but occasionally inconsistent under stress. The 2024 redesign was built to eliminate those weaknesses, addressing everything from battery heat management to steering precision. Tesla approached the project with an engineer's obsession and a racer's mindset. Every gram, every software line, every cooling channel was reconsidered. The result is a car that does not simply perform better but feels cohesive, like all its systems finally speak the same language. Central to this transformation is Tesla's new drive unit architecture. In the 2024 Tesla Model 3 Performance, the rear motor now uses a higher energy permanent magnet setup that increases torque density while reducing mass. This change, combined with an upgraded inverter, improves response times dramatically. It is not about raw power alone, it is about how seamlessly that power can be deployed. The front motor assists dynamically, offering traction or efficiency depending on throttle input and road conditions. The communication between the two motors happens hundreds of times per second, adjusting balance and grip far faster than a human could. This invisible coordination defines the car's agility and its almost uncanny ability to stay composed under pressure. To sustain these performance levels, Tesla reworked the thermal systems in the 2024 Tesla Model 3 Performance. The new liquid-cooled modules distribute temperature more evenly across the battery pack, preventing the kind of localized hotspots that degrade performance. This allows the car to deliver consistent acceleration even after repeated launches or sustained track driving. The result is confidence. A driver can push harder without fear of power fade. Tesla also redesigned the radiator path and incorporated smarter thermal valves that adjust flow in real time. These systems may go unnoticed during normal driving, but they are the quiet reason the car performs as relentlessly as it does. One of the most underappreciated advances in the 2024 Tesla Model 3 Performance is its chassis. Tesla invested heavily in revising the subframe and suspension mounts, giving the car a more communicative feel. The adaptive suspension reads the road surface and adjusts damping instantaneously. Over smooth tarmac, it tightens to maintain control. Over uneven surfaces, it relaxes to preserve comfort. The algorithm that governs this balance was trained on thousands of miles of driving data, enabling the car to anticipate motion rather than merely react. That sense of anticipation makes it feel alive. The feedback loop between steering, throttle, and suspension becomes a single, fluid motion. But technology alone does not make a great performance car. The 2024 Tesla Model 3 Performance also relies on careful tuning of human perception. Tesla's engineers focused on the sensations that define confidence: steering precision, brake feel, seat support, and sound isolation. Even the artificial acceleration sound introduced through the speakers was tuned for authenticity, giving subtle feedback that mirrors the intensity of motion. The cabin's calmness at speed is deliberate. By removing distractions, the driver's focus narrows, amplifying awareness of the road. Everything feels intentional, from the contour of the steering wheel to the height of the center armrest. This attention to tactile and sensory detail elevates the experience beyond raw numbers. Tesla's software integration deepens this harmony. The 2024 Tesla Model 3 Performance benefits from over-the-air updates that can refine throttle response, adjust cooling strategies, or even enhance track algorithms post-purchase. This means the car you buy today can evolve over time, learning new tricks and adapting to changing demands. In an era where traditional vehicles begin to age the moment they leave the lot, this approach keeps the Model 3 Performance current. It transforms ownership from a static possession into an ongoing collaboration. Drivers are no longer bound by hardware limits alone. Their cars can become quicker, sharper, or more efficient with each update. Charging infrastructure remains one of Tesla's strategic strengths. For the 2024 Tesla Model 3 Performance, access to the growing supercharger network ensures convenience. A quick top-up adds hundreds of miles in under 20 minutes, making long trips viable. Unlike competitors that rely on fragmented third-party networks, Tesla's unified approach creates a seamless ecosystem. This reliability reinforces the car's practicality. It is a performance machine that still fits effortlessly into daily life. The consistent experience from charging to driving forms a continuity that strengthens brand loyalty while keeping performance owners satisfied that they do not have to compromise freedom for speed. The exterior design refinements of the 2024 Tesla Model 3 Performance carry a message: evolution rather than revolution. The body remains recognizable, but the sharpened lines and sculpted surfaces tell a story of intent. The headlights now use advanced LED matrices that improve visibility while reducing energy draw. The subtle ducktail spoiler improves rear stability, while the diffuser channels air more efficiently. These are not decorative, they serve function first. Tesla's minimalist design language emphasizes restraint. It trusts that performance can express itself through movement, not ornamentation. That confidence is part of its appeal. Nothing feels forced, everything has a purpose. Inside, the 2024 Tesla Model 3 Performance continues that theme of refined focus. The steering column-mounted stalks have been removed, replaced with haptic controls on the steering wheel itself. While this change sparked debate, it contributes to Tesla's goal of reducing distraction and streamlining interaction. The ambient lighting, improved seat ergonomics, and quieter climate system all work together to create an environment that feels futuristic yet intuitive. Even at full speed, the cabin remains calm. It does not shout about performance, it demonstrates it through discipline. Every software screen feels purposeful, every driving mode adjustment is framed in logical simplicity. What truly distinguishes the 2024 Tesla Model 3 Performance from its predecessors is its newfound maturity. Earlier versions impressed through novelty and numbers. This one impresses through balance. It has nothing left to prove. Instead, it focuses on refinement and repeatability. It feels as though Tesla finally understands what enthusiasts want from an electric sports sedan: emotional engagement without complexity, power without pretense, technology that assists rather than overwhelms. This car speaks fluently in both the language of physics and the language of pleasure. Its greatest strength is not that it accelerates faster than a rival, but that it does so effortlessly, consistently, and silently, leaving the driver aware that progress is no longer loud. And yet, the 2024 Tesla Model 3 Performance does not exist in a vacuum. It signals a shift in what consumers now expect from high-performance vehicles. It challenges the traditional hierarchy where supercars sit atop and sedans serve utility. The 2024 Tesla Model 3 Performance has already proven itself on paper and on pavement, but its influence stretches far beyond the specifications sheet. It represents a cultural shift. Performance has become digital, democratic, and accessible. In the past, the idea of a car that could outpace sports coupes while running silently and charging at home seemed improbable. Now, it is not just possible, it is practical. This transformation forces the industry to re-examine its priorities, from how power is delivered to how emotion is engineered into every drive. The Model 3 Performance does not simply compete, it redefines the playing field by changing what enthusiasts value most: response, reliability, and reach. The appeal of the 2024 Tesla Model 3 Performance lies in its ability to bridge two worlds. It satisfies purists who crave control while welcoming newcomers who have never cared about engines or exhaust notes. By offering instant torque, minimal maintenance, and near-perfect traction, it delivers thrills without intimidation. For younger drivers raised in a digital age, the interface-driven experience feels natural. For veterans of gasoline performance, it challenges nostalgia with sheer capability. Tesla has managed to create common ground between generations of drivers, a feat that few automakers have ever achieved. This unity between tradition and technology hints at how driving culture itself is evolving. Tesla's advantage with the 2024 Tesla Model 3 Performance is not only in its machinery but in its infrastructure and ecosystem. The ability to update software remotely means the car never stagnates. As new algorithms refine acceleration, braking, or even battery cooling, the experience improves continuously. Imagine owning a sports sedan that learns from real-world data, optimizing itself over time. This approach transforms ownership into participation. Every driver becomes part of the car's ongoing development. It is the difference between buying a product and joining an evolving platform. That concept changes how people think about longevity, depreciation, and value. From a market standpoint, the 2024 Tesla Model 3 Performance also shifts expectations about affordability. A few years ago, electric vehicles with this level of performance cost well into six figures. Now, Tesla delivers similar thrills at roughly half the price, proving that innovation can be scaled without compromise. This democratization of speed forces rivals to respond. Performance is no longer a luxury reserved for the few. It becomes a standard that spreads through the lineup, influencing how every automaker approaches design and pricing. The ripple effect is visible already as others rush to match Tesla's blend of pace and practicality. Culturally, the 2024 Tesla Model 3 Performance redefines what it means to be a car enthusiast. In an era where environmental awareness influences every purchase, drivers can now enjoy excitement without guilt. It is a performance machine aligned with sustainability, a fusion once thought impossible. Instead of roaring engines, it offers the subtle sound of acceleration powered by electrons and ingenuity. This shift does not erase passion, it reframes it. The thrill comes from precision, not noise. The victory lap becomes measured in efficiency, not fuel burned. Tesla's approach makes performance responsible without making it dull. What makes the 2024 Tesla Model 3 Performance even more significant is how it reshapes the notion of tuning and modification. Instead of swapping parts, owners fine-tune parameters. Instead of replacing components, they download updates. Track enthusiasts can analyze data logs, compare cornering G-forces, and adjust setups digitally. The result is a performance culture rooted in analysis and personalization rather than mechanical labor. It brings motorsport-level control to everyday drivers, democratizing expertise through code. For a generation fluent in technology, this is an evolution that feels inevitable, not radical. At the same time, the car challenges emotional assumptions. Critics often claim that electric vehicles lack soul because they lack sound and mechanical drama. Yet the 2024 Tesla Model 3 Performance generates emotion through immediacy. There is no delay between intention and response. Acceleration becomes a direct translation of thought to motion. The silence amplifies focus. The driver feels each change in road texture, each subtle shift in grip. It is a new kind of engagement, less visceral, more cerebral, but no less satisfying. Tesla has not removed emotion, it has redefined it in the language of precision. Beyond personal ownership, the 2024 Tesla Model 3 Performance affects the wider automotive landscape by accelerating the normalization of electric speed. Every time it lines up against a conventional sports car, it sends a clear signal: electric does not mean compromise. Governments, investors, and enthusiasts take note. Its existence pressures manufacturers to innovate faster, develop better batteries, and refine their electric platforms. Even traditional brands known for internal combustion have acknowledged that the bar has shifted. Tesla's car is not just a competitor, it is a motivator, forcing the entire industry to evolve. For daily drivers, the impact is equally tangible. The 2024 Tesla Model 3 Performance delivers convenience without removing engagement. It can serve as a commuter during the week and a weekend thrill machine when the roads open up. Its range and charging speed make it realistic for long journeys, while its acceleration and handling ensure it never feels dull. That dual-purpose design makes performance ownership less of a luxury and more of a lifestyle. People who once viewed sports cars as impractical now find themselves drawn to this electric blend of speed and utility. In philosophical terms, the 2024 Tesla Model 3 Performance symbolizes the intersection of desire and discipline. It proves that innovation does not have to abandon emotion, and responsibility does not have to sacrifice excitement. This balance is what makes it revolutionary rather than trendy. Tesla has created a car that is not defined by what it lacks, an engine, exhaust, or fuel tank, but by what it adds: intelligence, adaptability, and purpose. The next era of performance is not about louder, heavier, or more aggressive machines. It is about smarter, faster, and more efficient ones that engage both heart and mind. As the story of the 2024 Tesla Model 3 Performance unfolds, one realization becomes clear: this car is more than a product launch. It is a milestone in how humanity approaches motion. It blends art and arithmetic, passion and precision. Every feature, from its regenerative braking to its aerodynamic wheels, tells a story of progress through iteration. The car's greatest legacy may not be its acceleration time but its influence on how people perceive progress itself. And that sets the stage for the conclusion: what all this means for the future of driving and the enduring relationship between people and the machines they trust with motion. The 2024 Tesla Model 3 Performance leaves a lasting impression not because it chases trends, but because it defines them. In an age when cars are becoming more connected and more autonomous, it reminds us that engagement still matters. Tesla has built a car that balances automation with agency, letting drivers feel deeply involved while benefiting from technology that quietly enhances every decision. The Model 3 Performance proves that electric performance can be both responsible and thrilling. It satisfies logic and emotion at once. It stands as evidence that progress in mobility does not have to abandon joy. The significance of the 2024 Tesla Model 3 Performance extends far beyond the spec sheet. It forces a re-evaluation of what a performance car should be in the modern world. It can sprint faster than many exotic rivals, yet it can also cruise in silence through traffic, consuming no fuel and producing no emissions. It is fast, yet calm, digital, yet intimate. Tesla has achieved what many thought impossible: to merge sustainability with excitement in a form that feels accessible rather than elitist. This combination is why it continues to generate discussion among drivers, critics, and competitors alike. For enthusiasts, the 2024 Tesla Model 3 Performance serves as a gateway to a new kind of driving culture. It invites curiosity, experimentation, and precision. The ability to tune dynamics through code rather than hardware opens a creative horizon for owners. They can shape how their car feels, behaves, and performs in ways that were once reserved for professional engineers. This empowerment of the driver is part of Tesla's deeper vision: to make high technology approachable, not intimidating. Every update, every refinement brings owners closer to the brand's evolving ecosystem. Economically, the 2024 Tesla Model 3 Performance has already influenced pricing strategies across the market. It redefined the expectations of what a sub-$60,000 car can deliver. Competing manufacturers now find themselves racing to match its speed, range, and software sophistication. This healthy competition accelerates innovation across the entire industry. Even consumers who never buy a Tesla benefit indirectly from the standards it sets. The car's presence pushes everyone to move faster toward cleaner, more capable, and more connected vehicles. Looking ahead, the 2024 Tesla Model 3 Performance represents more than just a technological milestone; it is a philosophical one. It shows that the future of driving will not eliminate emotion, it will refine it. The quiet surge of torque, the precision of digital balance, the satisfaction of knowing every watt is working efficiently, these are the new sensations of speed. They are cleaner, sharper, and perhaps more honest. Instead of burning fuel, drivers are now experiencing momentum powered by innovation. In closing, the 2024 Tesla Model 3 Performance is not only a car, it is a statement of intent. It tells the world that progress can be exhilarating, that sustainability can coexist with desire, and that performance can evolve without losing its soul. Tesla has created something that speaks to both reason and passion, bridging the past and the future of automotive engineering. It challenges us to imagine what comes next when power meets purpose so seamlessly. The story of this car may end here, but its influence is only beginning.